Kael stood on the edge of the submerged city, his biomechanical gills pulsing rhythmically as he took in the scene. The remnants of skyscrapers rose from the ocean floor like skeletal fingers, and neon lights flickered through the dense aquatic flora that had claimed the ruins. His eyes, augmented for underwater vision, scanned the horizon for any signs of movement. Maren swam gracefully beside him, her bioluminescent tattoos casting a soft glow around her. She pointed towards a distant structure, half buried in coral and algae. "There," she said, her voice transmitted through their neural link. "The old archives. We need to find the data before the currents shift again." Nereus, their mentor and the oldest among them, nodded solemnly. His hybrid form was more advanced, his limbs adapted for both swimming and navigating the rocky seabed. "Stay close and remain vigilant," he cautioned. "The sea is full of dangers we have yet to understand fully." As they approached the archives, the water grew colder and darker. Selwyn, the group's engineer, activated a series of drones to illuminate their path. The drones revealed an entrance partially obscured by marine growth. With a coordinated effort, they cleared the obstruction and entered the dimly lit interior. Inside, the archives were a labyrinth of corroded metal and faded digital screens. Kael led the way, his heart pounding with anticipation. They were searching for clues about the original transformation process, how humanity had merged with aquatic species to survive. As they delved deeper, they felt an unsettling presence, as if the ocean itself were watching them. As they ventured deeper into the archives, the atmosphere grew heavier with each step. Ancient screens flickered sporadically, displaying fragments of old data and warnings in a language barely recognizable. Maren's heart raced as she felt an inexplicable connection to this place, a whisper of history that seemed to call out to her. Nereus moved with deliberate caution, his senses attuned to the slightest changes in the environment. "The data core should be ahead," he murmured, gesturing towards a heavily fortified door encrusted with barnacles and rust. "Stay alert. We don't know what defenses might still be active." Kael took the lead, his augmented strength allowing him to pry open the door with relative ease. Inside, the core chamber was surprisingly well preserved. Glowing panels and holographic interfaces hummed with a life of their own, casting an eerie glow over the group. Selwyn quickly set to work, her fingers dancing over the holographic keys. "I'm in," she announced, accessing the data archives. "There's a lot here about the initial merge process, how the first generations were bioengineered to survive underwater, but there's also something more." As they sifted through the data, a chilling revelation emerged. The merge was not merely a survival tactic, but part of a grander scheme to create a new species entirely. The original architects of the merge had envisioned a future where the ocean and its inhabitants would dominate the Earth, relegating traditional humans to myth and memory. The implications of their discovery weighed heavily on the group as they continued to explore the archives. Maren's mind raced with questions about their own origins and the true purpose behind their existence. She couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to uncover, something buried deep within the data. Kael, ever the pragmatist, suggested they take the information back to their community leaders for analysis. "This is bigger than us," he said, his voice filled with urgency. "We need to know if our entire history has been a lie." Nereus, however, was hesitant. "We can't leave just yet," he insisted. "There are still areas we haven't explored. If the architects of the merge had such grand plans, there might be more hidden secrets that could help us understand our future." As they delved deeper into the archives, they came across a sealed chamber marked with cryptic symbols. Selwyn's drones scanned the door, revealing intricate mechanisms designed to keep it locked. "This looks like it's been untouched for centuries," she observed, her curiosity piqued. With a mix of caution and determination, they managed to unlock the chamber. Inside, they found a vast repository of genetic samples and experimental records. It was a treasure trove of knowledge, documenting the evolution of their species and the various attempts to perfect the merge. Among the records, they discovered a series of encrypted messages, hinting at a final phase of the transformation that had never been implemented. The group gathered around the central console in the chamber, their minds racing with the implications of their discoveries. The encrypted messages hinted at a transformation that would merge human and aquatic DNA even further, creating beings perfectly adapted to both land and sea. Kael's heart pounded as he realized the magnitude of this potential evolution. "This changes everything," Maren whispered, her eyes wide with a mixture of fear and excitement. "If we can decode these messages, we might unlock the key to our future. But it also means we're playing with forces we barely understand." Nereus placed a reassuring hand on Maren's shoulder. "Knowledge is power, but it must be wielded wisely. We must proceed with caution and ensure that whatever we learn here is used to benefit our people, not harm them." Selwyn worked tirelessly to decrypt the messages, her expertise and determination shining through. As the final layers of encryption fell away, the true nature of the final phase became clear. It was a blueprint for creating a new generation of hydro-humans, beings capable of thriving in the most extreme environments on Earth and beyond. The group stood in awe as the holographic display projected images of these future beings, sleek, powerful and graceful. They were the next step in human evolution, a testament to humanity's ability to adapt and survive. But with this revelation came a profound responsibility to ensure that this power was not misused. With the blueprint for the final phase in their possession, the group faced a critical decision. Should they share this knowledge with their community or keep it hidden until they fully understood its potential ramifications? The weight of this choice pressed heavily on Kael, who felt the burden of leadership more than ever. Maren argued for transparency, believing that their people had the right to know the truth about their origins and the potential for future evolution. "We can't keep this from them," she insisted. "They deserve to make informed choices about their own futures." Nereus, however, urged caution. "Revealing this information without fully understanding it could lead to chaos," he warned. "We must first ensure that we can control the process and that it will truly benefit our society." As tensions rose, Selwyn proposed a compromise. "Let's take the time to study these blueprints thoroughly," she suggested. "We can gather more data, run simulations, and consult with our scientists. Once we have a clearer picture, we can present our findings to the community in a way that ensures informed and rational decisions." In the end, they agreed to Selwyn's plan. Returning to their underwater settlement, they set up a secure lab to begin their research. The future of their species now rested in their hands, and with it, the hope that they could navigate this new path responsibly and wisely, ensuring the legacy of the hydro-humans would be one of harmony and progress.